To put it simply, I love anime, because it's the only medium in this world where you can make anything happen. It takes ideas further than the West ever could and cultivates stories more creatively than live action has ever been able to achieve. If you can think it, if you can dream it, you can animate it. And it's this simple freedom of imagination combined with animation that gives anime its voice, that transcends languages and culture. And it's the sound of a dragon's roar, an engine's hum, and a true romantic's heart that has created one of the most joyous and uplifting animes I have ever had the pleasure to watch. My name is Isla, and this is my review of Studio Bones' Dragon Pilot, Hisone to Masotan. Upon first impressions, in every sense of the word, Dragon Pilot is like nothing you'd expect. It starts with a plain-looking girl called Amakasu, who, unsure of her position in life and unable to cultivate her own dreams, joins the Air Self-Defense Force in Gifu, Japan. There she stumbles into an airbase, where she comes face to face with a dragon, who can turn into a plane! Since the beginning of time, humans have been transforming dragons, and in this new era, they're attached with metal gear and shapeshift into fighter jets. It's a wild concept and set in our own modern day, yet written by the sensational Mari Okada and directed by the more live-action known Shinji Higuchi, this alien concept becomes very realistic. The dragons are nicknamed OTF, Organic Transforming Flyers, or Organic Transformed Flyers. There are very few of them in this world, and those that do exist are extraordinarily selective of their partners. Lucky for us, our main dragon, Masotan, chooses Amakasu or Hisome, because as protagonists go, Hisone is the heart that keeps this anime beating. She appears meek but is actually over-opinionated, often saying things that get her into trouble, yet it's just this personality that gives us these wonderful humorous moments and develops impressive chemistry between the rest of the main cast. And this cast are unexpectedly adult. Despite the chibi art style, most of the characters are above the age of 21. Adult themes are explored and talked about openly, drinking and swearing are merged into the scripting, making something that looks childlike into a very grown-up feeling anime. Its themes of loneliness, friendship and connection, well, they are nothing new, but as a grown woman with a job, a life and my own hardships, watching a group of adults discussing their problems is far easier to resonate with than watching a bunch of teens. And while our 5 girls, Hisone, Nao, Hitome, Ririko and Hoshino, go through development and growth, the supporting cast are on the irritating side, which isn't the only thing that may turn people off, as despite the trailer from Netflix, this is not an action-orientated anime. It's got very little violence and no gore, so if you're expecting an animation spectacle, this isn't it, because at its core, Dragon Pilot is a character drama that just happens to have transforming fighter jets. Without delving too deeply into the plot, it's about relationships and looking for one's purpose in life, finding and experiencing the most precious memories. So that's why the romantic turn it takes in its later half may irk some people. But if you're a whimsical, hopeless romantic, I think you'll find real satisfaction in the heartwarming tale Dragon Pilot goes on to tell. This tale is a little confusing at times, and you have to suspend belief and give in to fantasy. As the folklore is explored so briefly, you may have to rewind a few episodes to remember why the dragons exist in the first place. But they do live in a beautifully drawn world. With its soft colour palette and simplistic animation, Dragon Pilot is able to create both wonderful flight scenes and joyous character interactions. At the end of the day, I understand that Dragon Pilot is not perfect, and with its ridiculous concept, it's certainly not for everyone. But my god, is it for me? With its fanciful setting and joyful whimsy, Mari Okada creates an anime that speaks to the storyteller and delivers dreams to the dreamer, making me believe that out there, maybe there's a little magic to our magicless world.